tackling it. We made it, thankfully. This is our first time taking Rachel's camper out by ourselves. It is dark, but we just made it to our campground at Edisto Beach, and I cannot wait to see how this place looks tomorrow. Did it spill?
Yes. It's all over his butt. Oh no, Silas.
Good morning from Edisto Beach State Park. Rachel and I got here last night after dark, so we couldn't see much, but we woke up to the most incredible sunrise this morning, so we went for a little walk on the beach, which was really nice. We're staying 2 nights here at Edisto Beach State Park and then 2 nights at Hunting Island State Park, which is a bit south of here, so really looking forward to that as well. But we're just gonna go do some exploring today, and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Hello from Charleston. We decided to come out here for the afternoon because it's not too far from Edisto. We are just exploring the downtown. We'll probably grab dinner later and then go to Sullivan's Island for sunset. Today we're heading to Hunting Island, which I am really excited about. This whole trip has been beautiful and the weather has been absolutely perfect, like mid to low 70s, and that just makes me so happy in December. So like I mentioned, this was Rachel and I's first time taking her camper out by ourselves. I grew up camping, but I was younger and not really involved in the setup process. And then she's taken her camper out a few times, but with her parents. So this was our first time doing it together by ourselves. And there was definitely some learning experiences, but overall it went really well. Here is a look at the beach campground at Edisto, which is where we stayed. We stayed in Site 22, which was amazing. The beach was so close to us. There's another campground called the Live Oak Campground as well. We just left Edisto Beach State Park and are on our way to Hunting Island State Park. We are staying there for 2 nights and tried to stop by Botany Bay, which is like a wildlife area, and there's historical buildings and whatnot, but it was closed for hunting. A lot of people recommended it to me though, so I'm definitely gonna try and go next time I'm here. But we're making the 2-hour drive south to Hunting Island now. Campsites at Hunting Island State Park are very shaded and have a lot of privacy. Tragic. We found a longer hose, thank goodness. And we just got all set up, so we're gonna go on a walk. And this campground is right on the beach as well, so we're gonna go explore the beach. Hunting Island is a really beautiful and special place. The whole island is a state park. So unlike Edisto, there aren't any residential areas. If you want to stay on the island, you have to stay at the state park campground. So we went to the Marsh Boardwalk for sunset, then came back out onto the beach and realized there was a full moon, which was a treat. We are out to see sunrise on Hunting Island. We walked to the beach from our campsite, which isn't a long walk, maybe 5 minutes or so. And this beach is so gorgeous. These dunes are behind me, the beach is right in front of me, and the sun is coming up. It's just a vibe. after sunrise, we went back over to the Marsh Boardwalk Trail, which is where we watched sunset the night before. It's right down the road from the campground and so beautiful. Then we decided to head into Beaufort for some coffee, which was necessary after the sunrise mission. We are currently chilling at our campsite. We came back here after getting coffee in Beaufort this morning. Beaufort's only about 20 or 30 minutes from Hunting Island, which is really nice because there's a lot of restaurants, coffee shops, things to do in Beaufort. And that kind of is one of the things that sets Hunting Island apart from Edisto, is that there's not really a lot around Edisto. It's a lot more secluded, and Hunting Island feels secluded, but there is stuff nearby. But we went to a coffee shop called Urban Brew this morning. It was really good. They had great coffee, great food. I would highly recommend it. And now we're just chilling here, thinking about maybe renting a bike or going to explore Beaufort a bit more. We haven't decided yet. Before we go watch sunset this evening, we've been on a mission to catch every sunrise and sunset this trip, and so far we are on a roll. So we're gonna do that later. Little backstory on how our bike riding adventure went south. So we were not supposed to ride our bikes in the surf. We were just riding them and didn't realize the tide was coming in. So we looked around and we were surrounded by water. We had to carry them back across, which was not the greatest thing in the world. But then we got some really great seafood on Ladies Island at this place called Dockside. It was great. And then we chilled by the campfire. It is our last day at Hunting Island and on the South Carolina coast, which I'm a little sad about, but I am ready to see my dogs and cats when I get home. So we're just spending a little time on the beach this morning before we go pack everything up to hit the road. Our stuff is a little sandy, but we're packed up to head home. We just dumped our tanks and are on the way back to North Carolina. We were having a little trouble doing that, and so a guy was actually waiting and he came to help us. So one thing we've noticed on this trip is that campers are extremely helpful and kind people. We got some help at the other campground putting the hitch on the trailer. So what do you think?
Campground dads are everything, so don't be afraid to talk to your neighbors. They're always going to help.
Yeah, they saved us. So moral of the story is ask for help if you need it, because everyone that we interacted with was incredibly kind and didn't make us feel stupid or anything like that. They just helped us out and gave us pointers, which was really nice. I am back in North Carolina. Rachel and I got back on Friday, and it is Monday of the following week. I realized I needed to record an outro for the South Carolina video, so I'm doing that now. I just got done at the gym, and I'm trying to get back into a routine after being gone last week. But we had a great time at both Hunting Island and Edisto Island. I would go back to either place in a heartbeat. Hunting Island was my favorite just because it was closer to stuff, because Beaufort's right there, but I loved both. So we also had a great time taking our camper out for the first time by ourselves. We were a little nervous about that at first, but it all worked out in the end, and now we have the confidence to take it other places. So if you enjoyed this vlog, you can give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.